Thank you for having us in your kitchen.
You're welcome.
What is a day in the life of a reverse PCOS health coach look like?
So it's a very simple, ordinary day. It first looks like creating content, educative content for people to know more about PCOS and to give them hope that they can reverse it and that they can just change their lifestyle, start eating the right food, and their body and this metabolic disorder will go away. They will fix that.
Yeah.
Then the second thing, the one I love, is now having my clients, talking with them and walking through with them in their journey, because it's a journey of lifestyle change. Then lastly, it's also actively marketing, talking to doctors, talking to different health professionals to work hand in hand with them. It also involves me creating content. Like right now, I just completed a PCOS book on reversal. I have we call them lead magnets, but I have a free one where it's a free 7-day PCOS reset book. I also am creating a recipe book. So there's a lot of creation that comes in that. So that's my basic day. That's how it looks like.
Yes. So now you can cook for us.
Fantastic. You know, people ask me, where will I get my protein? But protein is a macronutrient found in every food. So this plantain has protein. It has protein, it has fat, it has carbohydrates. These beans have protein, has fat, has carbohydrates, but in different proportion.
Okay.
And a surprising thing I learned in school, that breast milk doesn't have a lot of protein. The biggest macronutrient is actually fat. It's not even the protein, and we'd think in our heads it's the protein. So protein is basically amino acids that come together. We do not need too much in our bodies. And if you think about it, the strongest animals in nature, your elephant, your gorilla, you know, the buffalo, they are very strong. Are they eating meat to get strength? No. Jump the middleman and go to the original source, which comes from the soil. Those things come from the earth. Those good things that build our bodies. So that's why it's fantastic eating plants. It balances everything. And plants have fiber. Meat has no fiber. Plants have a lot of macronutrients. Meat doesn't have much of that. So vitamins and all those things, a lot is found in plants more than meat. So that's why I prefer that, and of course to reduce the suffering of animals. So let's proceed and eat this. Today we're gonna try some beans, some plantains, and some vegetables. So I'll proceed by starting this off. And remember, I don't cook with oil. You're asking me why? Because oil is processed. Remember we talked about processing. It's stripped away of the nutrients, it's stripped away of the water, and then it becomes very high in calories. So if I need a tablespoon of sunflower oil, just this 1 tablespoon, I would need 3 maize corn, 3 of them, to make 1 tablespoon. Like around 32 olives would make 1 tablespoon of oil. So why not just eat the olives and enjoy with all the macronutrients and micronutrients in it? So we don't really need a lot of oil. If today our oil, we'll substitute our oil with cashew nuts. So the first thing I'll do is I'll take some cashews, and let me probably soak them in this. We'll just take not more than a tablespoon. A little goes a long way. Put that in there. This is going to be our oil, because the cashews have so many beneficial nutrients. We do not need the cashew oil. We just need this. And then soak it in hot water. I'd boil some hot water. And we'll see the magic happening later on. So let's leave that soaking. Close that. And you can use any other seeds. The other seeds I use are sunflower seeds. They are really nice. This is where the sunflower oil comes from. You can taste one if you want. So I use that. And I also use egusi seed, which is more of West African. And because I lived in West Africa a bit, I got influence. These ones I just roasted and I keep them. They come from a pumpkin plant. Oopsie. And they're also good. They have very good fats. So if someone's thinking of where to get the fats, don't use the oil.
You call this egusi?
Egusi.
It's good.
It's really good. It's very delicious. Makes your food creamy and nice. But if you're struggling with a lifestyle disease, you need to let the arteries be flowing well with blood. So you need little of oil. So this pot is on. I'll just put in the onions with no oil.
Okay.
So they're just cooking with no oil. And and it will be fine. Yeah, you can koroga for me.
I have so many people that I have in mind would be happy with this.
Yeah, so you see it's gotten dry. So I'll reduce the heat because I forgot to blend more garlic ginger paste.
Okay.
So it's little. Normally I make this paste, it's even in that recipe book of mine. So you just take ginger, you take turmeric, and you take lots of garlic, well, whatever you prefer. Blend this, and you don't even need to peel off the skin. You just brush it off very well.
Yeah.
You peel and you grind.
Yeah.
And then you have your paste. So that all the time you don't have to keep starting this whole process.
Yeah.
So like me, I have to now start this whole process of peeling.
Yeah.
Before I used to say, but these things are so expensive. But why is it when I'm buying KFC and I'm seeing an offer for 300 bob, suddenly
or 500?
Oh, 500, it suddenly doesn't become expensive. Or when I'm taking that bar of chocolate for 125 bob, I'm like, no. But if I see a fruit, like a kiwi fruit at 125, I'm like, no, there's no way I'm buying that one fruit for 125 shillings. But yet in my head, I can buy that chocolate bar. You see, that's the psychology.
It's the psychology. Because I wanted to ask, don't people say that it's expensive?
Yeah, of course people say it's expensive, but plant foods are so cheap. I mean, a kilo of beans is how much?
Yeah.
It can be 120 bob.
Yeah, compared to meat.
A kilo of meat is how much? It's so pricey. And then once you get plant-based, you realize there are so many types of... Let me tidy my cooking space.
What other excuses have people given you?
Yeah, it's expensive, I don't have time. Then create the time. If it's important to you, you create the time.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll know something is important to you based on the time you give it. So if you're scrolling all the time on social media, it means it's important to you. As much as I don't want to accept that, but that's what it means. We put time to things that we like and want.
Yeah.
So we'll just peel this plantain.
You want to put it here?
No, this is for the beans. Ah, they are getting ready, thank you.
Yeah.
I've not seen. So we'll add water. So when it dries up, just add water.
Okay.
And stir that in. I can now put in the tomatoes. Maybe you can grab that for me then. Tomatoes.
Sorry. Oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine.
Burnt a bit, but it's okay. Just put in. The tomatoes come in. We stir that up. Oh. And let it cook down. So I'll just cover this now. I hope you remember, I forgot about it. Thanks for reminding me. You let the tomatoes cook down. So yeah, then now we come to this. The plantains. Do you like plantains?
I don't think I've had.
Ah, good. So today it's a love-hate relationship. Some people really do not like them. And some people like me really like them. So there are so many types of bananas. There's the matoke, which we normally have readily here.
Yeah.
Plantains are very popular in West Africa.
Yeah.
But of recent past in Kenya, they have become more and more popular, and I think that's really good because we're having more West Africans coming here and they're sharing their culinary dishes with us, which are fantastic because all these things grow from the earth.
Yeah, and it means one has more options.
Yeah, it means one has more options.
Yeah.
So and do what works with you. So if if you feel, oh, these are too expensive, then eat something else. Eat potatoes. You don't have to eat this. So I'll use it. Let me wash my hands. I'll use the air fryer.
Okay.
Kitu iko wet. Ni sawa? Uko sawa? So some things that I bought to help my life to be a bit easier is an air fryer.
Yeah.
My kitchen is small, so I have so many things here. But you do what you need to do.
True.
Yeah. So I have my air fryer there. Then I'll put a silicone mat. I just cut it into two so that it doesn't burn and I don't need to use oil.
Okay.
If someone is tapering off oil, what I tell them is just take an oil and take a brush. If you really need to, you know, at times removing oil is challenging for some people, but we can start by reducing it. It doesn't have to be perfection. Yeah. So if this was my bowl of oil, I would put some little oil, let it drip out, and then apply a little. You see, I've not deep fried it in oil.
Yes.
So the little will go a long way, but even without it, you don't need those calories, you don't need that inflammation in your body. So you don't, you just need overripe plantain. These ones are not too ripe, but it's okay. Sorry, equal shadow.
So the plantains also have protein?
Yes, all foods have protein, fat, and carbohydrate. Those are the macronutrients in any food. That's what's needed.
But you see, majority, will say that meat has proteins.
Yeah.
Or other, let's say, beans.
Yeah.
Another kind of plants don't have proteins.
Yeah. So that's a lie. You need to know the science of food. So all foods have protein. That's why you see the buffalo growing. It is still having enough protein, but the protein amount is different.
Yeah.
So for example, beans will have more protein than bananas. That's okay. Tofu, I have tofu which I normally eat, is high in protein. Actually, I think probably more than meat.
Yeah.
So it's high in protein. So it's just different foods have different proportions of protein. And why this protein business started becoming popular when? Because in the past we were not told always eat protein. Have you seen someone protein deficient?
No.
No, I haven't seen. Maybe if I'm going to the malnourished places, there's no one who's told you're protein deficient. We have to admit you in hospital. Most of the time the people admitted, they have too much protein in their kidney. The kidney is struggling to break down that protein, and that's a problem. That becomes a problem.
So what does it mean having a whole meal?
A whole meal?
Is it whole meal, whole food, or it's
the
same?
No, whole. I'll show you how to build your plate.
Okay.
But having a whole plant-based food is food that is minimally processed and that comes from the earth. Okay. That's the type that you eat.
Oh, that's what that means.
Yes. So whole food plant-based diet is eating plants that are minimally processed. Like if I'm eating a potato or a plantain, it still looks more or less the way it came from the earth. It is not broken down to a different entirety. Something else different in totality. So you're eating more or less how it was from the earth. And you know, you can still get healthy cake, healthy different types of things with the whole plants. You just have to be ready for the process and the process to cook it. And also your tongue has to adapt, because you have to adapt to less sugar. But if you like sugar, there are dates you can eat. There's a sugar cane juice. There are many things you can do. And sugar is not evil. It's a processed one that is bad because it spikes your blood sugar, and it doesn't have water, it doesn't have nutrients, it doesn't have fiber. So once this has cooked down a bit, you just add your beans. So I'll add my beans.
Someone will say that this is boring.
Yeah, of course. It will be boring in the beginning if you're not used to it. Because that's just the way it is. But once you see what it's doing to your body and once your tongue adapts, it is fantastic.
Yeah.
It ceases to be boring. You start craving for such food. Like when I go to someone's house and they put for me little vegetables, I say, wow, I wish there were more vegetables for me to eat. That was not me a few years ago. Please, I'll be like, there are too many vegetables. So I'll put some natural spices. I'll just put a bit of black pepper, whatever you like. I like spices.
Yeah.
I'll put a bit of Spanish paprika. I'll put a bit of danajera, which is normally coriander, cumin, and turmeric.
Okay.
You just put spices according to what you like, and with time, you learn how to balance the spices. I love cumin. I think it's my favorite spice.
Yeah.
I'll put some cayenne pepper. I love, you've seen I like spices. I put a little because we're gonna eat together, and a little bit of curry powder, and I've ensured there are no additives. It's just a different bunch of ingredients in there. And whatever other spice you like, you put.
Yeah.
So I'll just mix that up. And these beans were already pre-boiled. You can be looking at our plantains. They look good. Plantains are looking good. They're still getting brown. Let them continue to cook. Then I will add some mushrooms. This is not necessary, but since you guys are eating with me, I said let me make it even more delicious.
Thank you.
And mushrooms are a vegetable. If you miss meat and you're starting a plant-based diet, you can start on mushrooms.
Is a good option.
It's a good option. And look at this. Sadly, at times it's a bit pricey, but look at it like the meat. You stopped buying meat, so why not change that and add mushrooms to that mix?
Yeah.
I'll just add some water, and then we're gonna blend our cashews to make it creamy and delicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would it bring the same effect if you blended them when dry?
A bit, not so much.
Okay.
But yeah, it also give the taste. You just try and see whatever is working for you. If the ground one seems better, then why not?
Yeah.
So let me grind this. I'm so sad the thing burnt without me knowing.
Just a little bit, of course. This is how you preserve.
Yeah. You can even put it in the video. This is cassava.
Yes, cassava.
And you're asking, this is how I ferment it.
Oh, so you're fermenting.
I'm fermenting my cassava to make my fufu. So once it's fermented, you know it's ready when it's very soft. It can break down. The bacteria has started breaking it down.
How long does this take?
So it depends from the type of cassava I've bought. So, but usually a week, 2 weeks, at times 3 weeks.
How long will the fufu stay?
So once I do this and I blend it, or I take it like this and freeze it. I'll remove the water, take that cassava and freeze. And then the day I want to make my fufu, I take it, blend it, and I normally blend this with plantains.
Okay.
And then I make my fufu. That's what we ate for yesterday. This with plantains, plantain and cassava fufu with vegetables, with egusi vegetables.
My aunt will highly appreciate it.
It tastes so good. It tastes so delicious. And I feel West Africans really try and make their food in a different way. Yeah. More spicy. So we can adapt from them. They can borrow from us. We can borrow from them.
We should actually.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna blend this. Where are they even? Oh, in here. I hope it works out.
I want to know how to make fufu.
Yeah, so we should have made fufu.
I ate once.
You should have told me, you guys. We'd have done fufu.
And we just boiled them. Or she just boiled.
Yeah, you can also boil. But you can also ferment to get the benefits of fermentation.
It's just that I believe the same thing you're doing, when it comes to food, you ought to experiment.
Yeah,
not just have one way of having something.
Experiment.
Yeah.
Just experiment and see. And when you want your food creamier, you can always add a bit of your veggies. And then blend together to make it thicker. And then you can also put, you can do this. I'll show you different ways to thicken your food. So now we're gonna put it in here, and to make it all creamy. You can see all that goodness. You don't need Royco with all those additives inside, or Maggi cubes, or those things to make a delicious meal. So once you do that, you see, it's already become thick. And if I want it thicker, what I can do is I have some cassava starch, corn starch, and you can use that. Where is it? This is cassava starch. Just take it, take some, and always mix it with water first.
Okay.
So it breaks down. If you look at Royco, it has a lot of starch to make it thick. That's when you put Royco, it thickens your food.
Okay.
The main ingredients is the starch. Once you've done that and it's broken down, this only has cassava, this is the starch. And many restaurants put thickeners, so you can use a natural thickener. And your food starts getting very thick and delicious. So,
this is so good.
Let me give it a taste. How do you guys taste? It's nice. It just needs a little bit of salt. There are so many things in my kitchen. For example, if you wanted it a bit tastier and you feel things have not gone right, you can put in date paste. So these are
What is it called?
Date paste. It's just dates that I have blended with a little water and vinegar. And you can use this even to make anything sweeter.
Okay.
And it's also in that recipe book of mine. It's so easy. Just take dates, soak them in hot water to soften them, and then you mix that with your vinegar, and you have a date paste. You can even use this. Let's say you had baked some bread for yourself. You're making a recipe that needs sugar. You can replace that with this. You don't need to overcook them, and I already pre-boiled the beans. So I just put in my dhania, and soon we have a stew that's ready to eat. Tell me, does this look really boring?
No, it doesn't.
It's so delicious. I know it will. If you can show up to work every day, we can show up and cook for ourselves.
Totally.
Because this is what's nourishing you, giving you energy. It's good stuff for your body.
It is.
So normally I eat a salad for breakfast. This is my favorite salad. And I'll just show you what it's made of. It's so simple to make.
We are now building the plate.
We're going to now build the plate. Raw foods are best for them because they have more healing properties. They're more intact because heat has not been used on them. So I also like eating in my daily meal something raw. So I normally start actually with this whole raw salad. It's me who eats it alone. But today we'll share it. And I want to show you the ingredients. It's really, really, really yummy. Get the ingredients for people to see. By the way, you know, storing your carrots in water keeps them for long. Once this one starts looking soft, you just put water.
In a container.
In a container.
Okay.
You see how fresh they look. If you did not know that, maybe you already.
I didn't.
I wish I needed this place, but it's okay. So this is the salad I love starting my morning with. It's become like something I love every other day or daily. Yeah. Which this is actually 1 beetroot, 1 cucumber, 1 courgette, 1 carrot, and an apple. Oh. Usually for sweetness, I do an apple or a mango. Right. So I think that has that, and then I just do a squeeze of lime, and it's ready to eat. Do you want to try some?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's try. So we can try it in a small bowl.
Yeah. When you're introducing this to your clients, or anyone who has just come to consult with you, isn't it a challenge telling someone, you see, this is more helpful to you, maybe try eating raw cucumbers, carrots, courgette.
It can be very challenging, but I start small. I'm not going to tell you just bam, start this. You get overwhelmed and you'll stop it. So I start with what you like. Normally the first thing I'll ask you is to send me your food that you've been eating during the week, so that I can know what you like. Do you like rice? Do you like potatoes? What do you like? Because if you stick to what you like, if you eat what you like, probably you'll stick to it. Then we start from there and you start building the habits from there. So I'll say, why not try cook your plantains without oil? We'll just do a brush of oil. That's it. And I can tell you, eat a carrot for your vegetable that day. That's it, 1 carrot per day. Because some people are not even started to eat vegetables. Or I'll tell you, try a cucumber a day. Or I don't like to cook. Okay, then let's see something simple that you can try out. I don't like it. Maybe microwave a potato. Because you can microwave a potato and in 5 minutes it's ready for you to eat. And you're like, but potato has so many, potatoes don't have a lot of calories. They're actually around 300 calories for half a kilo or for a pound. But if you deep fry that potato, we'll be talking at the rate of 600 to 1,000 calories. Because you've added the processed oils, and then those processed oils will inflame you. So you see, the problem is not the potato. It's how you're cooking that potato. So we start small. There's no rush. Normally a coaching process is around 3 months because we are really changing everything. And the addictions you have to look at, habits, lifestyle. There are many aspects of trying to change this for somebody. But we're looking at reversal of lifestyle diseases. It's not a start and stop. You have to be ready for the deep work. You have to be ready to go the long way. But if you don't want that, please go to the supplements, go to the pills, for the surgeries if someone is searching for something quick. But if you're looking at something that's long lasting, a lifestyle that will keep you thriving, then you do the deep work.
So what are other challenges that you face in this profession while coaching?
The plantains burnt a bit. Everything has burnt.
It's because we're doing all things at the same time. So
I will do others. I'll make others. But we can still eat these ones, but they're not too bad.
A bit of
pineapple.
Thank you. I might be biased because I naturally do love eating something that I know it's healthy. So my mind is like, this is good. So even if my taste buds may not agree, I'm like,
it's healthy.
It's healthy.
You see, you've worked on that mindset. But if you thought this is yuck, anything healthy is yuck, that would be a mindset I would have to work on with you and tell you, no, it's not. It's just that your taste buds are not used to healthy things, or when you're growing up, too much healthy food was being pushed to you and there was no explanation on why, and maybe now you don't really like it. But
I like it. Maybe not not courgette, but beetroot. But the rest.
Beetroots are so good. They're full of iron. It's a way you can get iron into your body.
All right. Why did you narrow it down to PCOS when you had started as a
general health and wellness coach? Yes. So I was still narrowed down into a plant-based, more focusing on food and eating. And I realized that a plant-based diet can heal most lifestyle diseases. Talk about cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure, artery diseases like heart diseases. You can heal that with food. But I wanted also to make it even more powerful to something that I had experienced. And I realized of late, there are so many people with PCOS. Because before I never used to know many people with that, and I was like, wow, there are so many women suffering. And if they hear my testimony, can even look at the scientific data, they'll see that changing their lifestyle, because it's hormonal and a metabolic disease, can help them change this diagnosis that they have. So that's why I did that. And I'm hoping that, more women with PCOS who are ready to do the deep work can be able to see the power of food and lifestyle in their own lives. You
just brought a thought. For the people who are a bit bigger, we see that their metabolism is low, right? The food is being digested slowly.
So there could be many reasons, but most of the time it's because they are trapped eating processed foods and high oils and sugars. Like me, I was so unaware of my habits, thinking because it has a lettuce leaf, thinking because I put fish inside that I'm okay. But if you're not eating the right foods full of fiber, full of nutrients, then you'll be having that metabolic disorder. You have to change things around and bring them into balance.
Now I think we're waiting to have the plating.
Yes. So the rice is almost ready, but this is how generally it is. As I said, it's full of abundant plants, and there's something called calorie density, which I learned, which helped me lose weight when I had a lot of when I was much bigger. Calorie density is a principle that looks at the amount of calories in a given weight of food. So for example, if you look at it in a pound or half a kilo, when you're using this other metric measure, a pound of potatoes, or half a kilo of potatoes, is around 300 calories. But half a kilo of oil is 4,000 calories. 300, 4,000. So the quantity, potatoes are many. Quantity of the oil is not that much. So a little makes you really grow, because a tablespoon of oil is 120 calories. 2 tablespoons is maybe around 240. So if I'm cooking using roughly 3 tablespoons of oil, that's already quite a number of calories. And then you put your potatoes already. So if I remove the oil, I have all those calories I'm eating. Or people will think, avocado is a health food. Yes, it's a health food, but it's full of fat. And calories or energy in fat is a lot. It's 9 grams per calorie. Yet starches and protein is 4 calories per gram. So you have to be careful with the nuts, the seeds, the oil. They are good, apart from the processed oils, they are good. The nuts and the avocados and the seeds are good, but they have a lot of oil. So when someone is eating and then dumping so many nuts, or eating nuts just anyhow, and you're already big, then you're doing yourself a disservice. So once you learn about, now even if you're looking at weight loss, for example, which is something a bit different, then you have to be careful of such foods. Even if you're eating plant-based, you have to eat them knowing that you should be eating within a calorie deficit. Eat more vegetables, they have low calories. And God is amazing. The healthy foods have the the very low calories, the abundant healthy foods. So potatoes have good calories, rice. But when you go to the breads, the ice cream, the meats, the cheeses, the milks, they are very, very high in calories, meaning they have a lot of fat. So they can slow down that process of how food is broken down in the body. So yes, eat healthy, especially if you're someone slender wanting to add weight. Eat the healthy fats. They have fiber. They're good for you. But if you're someone trying to cut down and you're going into a plant-based diet because of that, then you have to, a little goes a long way. You just have to be careful. And once you've lost that weight you want, then you can add more on those healthy fats, because they're fantastic for the body.
I'm thinking, you've talked about writing a book and all this. Is it possible to develop a curriculum? Like, can this be taught in, like, I don't know, maybe included probably high school
Yeah, I've actually reached out, sent some proposals. You asked me what I do.
Yeah.
Some proposals to some universities to say that if they can have a unit of health and wellness, so that these teenagers, by the time they're coming out of the world, they can see, sorry, not teenagers, because these are adults, young adults coming out of the world, they can see the importance of food and health. And you know, a big problem we're having with this liver disease and kidney diseases is this energy drinks.
Yeah.
They mess people up.
Yeah.
They make their livers stop working well. And someone will not know because it's advertised as an energy drink. You do not know you're causing havoc, you know, to your organs. And
it's like someone who takes alcohol.
It's almost like someone who takes alcohol. It's bad because you keep taking and taking and taking, and it's addictive. It's giving you a dopamine hit, giving you that high energy. Slow energy is what we want. Slow energy rising that can be steady throughout. Yeah. So yes, it can be something taught in a curriculum. But you know, at the end of the day, people look at where the money is. That's where things matter, unless it's a institution that really, well, even places of work, they need to put that, because if you want to reduce your insurance, you know, cover the amount of money, the premiums an organization is paying, because a lot of their staff are having a high stress, a lot of high cholesterol, high blood pressure, then the staff need to be educated and taught the habits and lifestyle that goes in reversing those things. And therefore the premiums can be cut into half if the people in the organization know the power of a good lifestyle and healthy nutrition. So it's if the leaders in those organizations understood this power, then oh my goodness, they would have fantastic staff with high energy, knowing so many things, and they reduce their costs, their overall costs.
Yeah. When in high school, one of the last topics in computer was about internet use. And we were cautioned. It was a subject, I mean a unit. We were told you just don't believe whatever you find online. And because I did computer at a young age, I don't, even today, I don't Google my symptoms. Yes. Because I have that knowledge. The internet can give me anything, it can misdiagnose me. And because I have such, is it like this information that empowered me, it's rare that I'd abuse internet or I'd receive an information without having to scrutinize it, verify it, and all that. So I'm thinking, like, whatever you're doing, it's so brilliant that people need to hear about it.
They need to. I suffered long enough.
Yeah.
And I wish I didn't have to suffer like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people need to hear it. People need to take their health and wellness seriously. When you're in your 20s and teens, you can play around. But believe me, if you keep up with that, it will catch up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, we're not different. If your parent is having a lifestyle disease and you think you're not going to become like them, then you're joking. You really need to look at how your lifestyle is and see how it's going to be different from theirs to get well, to get better. So it's a key foundation in our life, what we are nourishing ourselves with and how we are living. Yeah.
And as you've called it, a lifestyle disease. So it's something that if I change a certain lifestyle, then I'm going to see these results.
You will see changes. If you are somebody out there and you have diabetes, you have high blood pressure, you have heart disease, you have just diseases that are caused by lifestyle, choosing a whole food plant-based diet is something that can really radically change your life for the positive.
Yeah, totally. And would you like to encourage the young, maybe even for more people to pursue this?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I think if you're young, you must learn. Should I look there?
Oh, the camera.
So I think if you're young, you must realize that the industry of the foods put in the shelves are really made to give you a dopamine hit and want more and more and more of that food. And it never satisfies you. It becomes like an addiction. That's why eating my KFC food or the pizza I'm eating will always be much better than eating home food, because it gives you a dopamine hit. Once you realize that, you'll be like, I wonder what's in this food that's making me want more and more of it. And most of the time it's a lot of fat or oils, a lot of sugar, a lot of salt, a lot of additives that are put in there that can destroy and affect your health. The most important thing is to ask yourself, how can you nourish yourself more? How can you stop eating those packaged foods less? And you start slowly. It doesn't have to become a radical shift. You can start slowly. And if you're a person who does sports, really you must realize that, of course, food does affect your performance in sports and in other things in your life. So if you change that and see, okay, if I stop eating this and try this, how is my sleep? How is my energy? Just keep that curiosity open, be open-minded, try different things, and learn for yourself and know what this world is run by money, the power of money. Me selling a salad like this will not bring money, but me making a pill, a supplement that has this, will give me money. So always ask yourself, what's behind this? If it's the money, think twice and ask yourself, maybe I can try it differently. Try something different, why not? And then just make your plate more colorful. Say, today I want my plate to have a bit of green. My plate today have a bit of orange, because this really matters. And for ladies, infertility is real. So if you're struggling with something and you're young with PCOS, you do not want it to become more chronic as you grow older, like myself, and having to rely on heavy fertility pills and going for surgery, which takes a lot of money. It's emotionally draining. It's not worth it. Then start looking at your plate. It has to be as important as other things in your life. You just have to change that shift. And for young men, you know, even if when you get married and you're not taking care of your health and how you're eating, then sexual performance becomes something very challenging because of what you're putting into your body. So it's important. It's important as important can get. And yeah, just start small, start steady, be consistent, and you'll see a wonderful transformative change in your body.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Chichi, for the salad.
Yeah, how was it?
And the food that is awaiting us.
Yeah.
I almost forgot. I can't wait to try the beans. But I'll probably close here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For sitting with us, sharing your knowledge, challenging us. I'm challenged. The camera guy has confessed the same. So I guess anyone who is going to watch will feel challenged.
I hope so.
So this is it until next week. Bye-bye.
Started with our salad. We can add more cooked vegetables. So some vegetables that were there for yesterday. It's purple cabbage, white cabbage, and some carrots.
Yeah.
So I started with the vegetables because vegetables are very healing and full of fiber. We shall do the whole starches.
Yeah.
Yeah, because starches fill you and are energy giving. So they keep you full for longer.
Yeah.
They break down slowly, so you put some plantain there.
Yeah.
Try some plantain. And then I made some rice. There is the brown and black rice.
Okay.
You can put some there and some white rice. And you can mix it up. Okay. And I imagine if it's a kid, they'll get so excited because they're playing.
Colors.
Yeah, they're playing with the colors. And colors show us the nutrients that are in food. Then we have our beans. With mushrooms. And we can put that here.
The aroma is nice.
Yeah, so you have your complete plate, and we ate some fruits before.
Yeah.
So this is healing. You have your your vegetables,
Yeah.
non-starchy vegetables. You have your legumes, which can be lentils or beans, peas.
Yeah.
You have your whole starches, which is the brown and black rice with some white rice. You can choose whichever rice you want.
Yeah.
And we have our plantains. And none of this food has been cooked with any oil. We used whole foods. So this food heals your body. It's so simple. People just need to do it more and see the transformation happening.
Sure.
Let me get you a fork to dig in. As I check if there's an avocado to add.
Yo. Again, I'm sorry, Calvin.
Ati?
No, I'm telling him I'm sorry because he's just eating with the eyes.
He'll come and eat with us. I hope this is nice. You know, avocados are a hit and miss. Hit or miss. If you want something more fatty,
Yeah.
then we can try a small avocado. Remember we said a little
Yeah.
goes a long way. Doesn't look too bad. Can have it there. So you can see all those colors. It's a beautiful array. It's very healing, very delicious, and yeah, dig in. Let me give you a fork. Try them and tell me. No pretending.
I'm not pretending because one of my biggest issue with beans, if you don't get the things together,
The spices.
yes, it's the most plain
balance.
thing you
Yes.
ever have. Yeah. Oh, and then
Plantains.
Plantains.
Yeah, your first time to bite into a plantain.
yeah. From the bite alone, we should have a market for plantains.
Yeah, they are so delicious.
They are good.
They are,
Like,
they are very good. They are very healthy. There are so many types of bananas.
It's like they're almost fermenting. It has that fermentation.
The fermenting taste, yeah, the sweetness maybe is what's giving it that.
Okay, I'm not the best person to taste food.
Yeah.
My taste buds are within God, but I want to dig in now.
Let her dig in. Let me get for Kelvin, our cameraman, and myself.